Say what's cracking, YouTube. It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down. Welcome to my animated prison stories. For those of y'all new to my page, in 1994 I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system. During those times I accumulated some good stories, and I got them animated. So let's get into one right now. This story right here takes place when I was locked up in a prison named CMC East. I was on A yard. I happened to work in a class known as vocational dry cleaning. The guards who happened to work at this prison, if they chose, could bring their personal laundry from home and have it dry cleaned by us in the shop at a discount. Now in this shop, we learned how to remove stains from clothes, wash the clothes, press shirts, iron pants, bag them, tag them, and all the other things you do in a normal dry cleaning shop. Now, one of the convicts who worked in the shop with me was this black dude by the name of Marv. Marv was bald-headed with glasses, maybe about 5'8", 165 pounds. Now, there happened to be another dude who worked in the class with us, and I'll just call him the big dude. Now, for whatever reason, the big dude didn't like Marv. The big dude was about 6'2", maybe 265 pounds. He liked to mess with Marv and talk stuff to him. He'd see Marv and be like, "Hey, what's going on, Four Eyes? I know you ain't no real gang member with them big old glasses. Get up out of here, man." Marv would be like, "Hey, man, listen, man, I'm telling you, man, stop playing with me all the time, man. You play too much, man. Leave me alone, man." But the big dude would just laugh and be like, "What you gonna do about it, Four Eyes? I hit you with one of these hard rights and turn your glasses into contacts." Now, it just so happened that me and Marv also lived in the same building. So when dry cleaning class was over and we would be walking back, sometimes Marv would be like, "Hey, man, chill. I'm telling you, man, that dude better leave me alone, man. I don't know who he think he playing with, man. I'll do something to that dude." But since it really wasn't my business, I didn't really want to say too much one way or another. But just so happened, Marv lived in a cell with a lifer, and the lifer dude would tell him, "Hey, man, listen, man, you can't let that dude keep playing with you, man. That dude must think you soft, man. You need to take you a knife back there, man, and stab that dude." But now, of course, as me and Marv would go back and forth to work, the big dude would continually mess with him. Sometimes when Marv would come around, the big dude would be like, "Hey, man, didn't I tell you to get from around me, man? I don't want nothing soft around me but some titties, man. Get up out of here." So I guess Marv finally got tired of the big dude talking stuff. So he went back and told his cellie once again that the dude was still talking stuff. His cellie said, "Hey, man, listen, man, I told you, man. Listen, since you scared to use a knife, this what you need to do, man. Get you about 3 or 4 batteries, man, D batteries. Put them in a sock, and when that dude ain't paying attention, hit him upside his head, man." So I guess Marv finally decided, yeah, he was gonna do that right there. So the next morning, when we went to work, Marv told me about his plan. So now, as the day is going on, I'm keeping my eye on Marv to see what he gonna do. I guess he finally felt it was a good time when he saw the big dude sitting in a chair with his back to him. So Marv walked over there real slow. He pulled the D batteries out, lifted them up in the air, and went to hit the big dude in the head. But when he brought his head down hard, I guess the force and momentum caused the D batteries to fly out the sock and hit the wall. Boom! So now he come down with an empty sock over the big dude's shoulder. So at first, the big dude didn't know what was going on. He just said, "Hey, man, y'all need to stop playing, man. Stop playing so much." But then when he looked back and seen Marv, he realized what happened. Then he stood up and gave Marv a 2-piece. Boop, bop! Marv got real scared and tried to take off running. The big dude chased him some more, got up on him again. Boop, bop, boop, bop! Now, I guess in the midst of doing all that, they was making a lot of noise, and so the instructor finally saw what was going on. The instructor hit the alarm, and then everybody got down. Then the guards came up in there maybe about a minute later. The guards came over there and asked what was happening, and everybody just told him that Marv had fell. Come to find out, Marv's jaw was broke. He had wired Marv's jaw like Kanye West after the car crash. So they handcuffed Marv and took him on off. About 2 days later, though, I guess they didn't believe that in some type of way. They came back and found out that the big dude was involved and handcuffed him and took him off. That's just a small lesson for y'all, though, that you gotta be ready. Sometimes you might go with a plan to jump on somebody and you wind up having to jump off. You already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.